Hi once again, Tim with Tim's Computer Repair. Yet another custom built desktop here. Actually, this one is a Cyber Power build that I get often in my shop. What's going on with this is this absolutely has no post, fan spin up. I'll show you here in a minute. I have been doing a little bit of work to this, not much. I just figured I'd fire up the camera once again. This came in my shop with all 4 memory slots occupied and 2 different types of memory. I don't know which 2 are the original, but with the troubleshooting I've been doing, I've just eliminated some RAM and just got 1 RAM slot occupied. And that's as far as I've gotten. I haven't gotten this to post or anything. I have my monitor plugged in there. I'll show you exactly what this does when I plug it in. Power it on. There we go. Of course, we get the fan spinning, but the only thing that happens here, see this light down here. 2 lights are constantly on no matter which way I flip around those RAM sticks. Those 2 lights are CPU and RAM, and every time I flip and flop the memory around, that never changed. That's never a good sign when you got the lights just coming on instantly like that and just sitting there. So we're going to try to troubleshoot this and figure out exactly where the fault is. At first glance you would think motherboard, but as everybody knows in this line of work, don't ever assume anything. So what should my next steps be? Tell you what, I'm just going to remove this RAM stick altogether just to see. I'm trying to get these lights to change to something different, to get some kind of notification to me that the motherboard's trying to do something. But the few little things I've done, it hasn't done anything. So let me go ahead and shut it down, and we're going to move that. We're going to pull that RAM stick out. Let's see how that goes. Pull it out. Just completely eliminate it. Plug it in. Power on. Yep, same 2 lights. No change at all. Let me try to take one of these and just occupy the slot closest to the processor, just to give that a little try. I'm pretty much going to move on past the memory, I think, but I just want to triple check here. It's in place. Plug it in. Power it on. Let me get no change at all on the light sequence. So it's not a RAM configuration issue or a RAM module issue. That's been eliminated. I think what I want to do next is remove this video card. Drain those capacitors here real quick. I want to remove this video card. Clear the CMOS. See if that makes any changes. Wow. Look at that. There's nothing here to latch the video card in with on this motherboard. That is, see how these have these? These are supposed to be on these, and there's nothing on all 3 of those. That's strange. Funny looking CMOS battery here. That's funny. Don't see that very often on motherboards. You got a CMOS battery that's on a wire. Barely see it. This is an ASRock B550M-C. At the time of this video, that's not even on the market anymore. So I'm not sure if Cyber Power is shaking hands with that, with ASRock. I don't know. See if I can pull that CMOS. Pull that CMOS there. Alright, CMOS is back in. Let's pop in this video card once again. Alright, that's in there. Video card. Let's see if we get any difference in those lights. Absolutely none. Ooh. Yeah, those lights are just steady on. You know, pointing towards motherboard or processor, let's see if I'm right. So you know what the next step's going to be. I got to remove all the major components from this board, put it on my test bench, and let's see what the results are. This is interesting to see. I pulled off the heatsink. I mean, there's barely any thermal paste on here. I mean, barely. You don't even see any on the processor. Let's see what that is. That is a Ryzen 7 5700G, it looks like. Okay, we'll make note of that. I'm gonna get that swapped out. I've got his Ryzen 7 5700G into this known good test motherboard of mine. I have my own memory that I know is good for now plugged into there. This is his original video card. I've reset the CMOS on this, which you should always do when you introduce a new processor to a motherboard at any time. This is my usual troubleshooting techniques. I got everything plugged in, including my monitor. Let's go ahead and power this on. Powering up. Usually, you know, it's going to post if that fan starts doing different speeds, and right now it's not looking too good. Waiting. Yeah, that's not looking good at all. Still no post, no change in fan speeds. Ooh, this is not looking good for that processor. Still have no post. These are the usual steps I go through. You've seen my previous videos on this kind of stuff. So I didn't see any changes in that CPU fan speed, which is an indicator usually it's trying to recognize a new processor. But for giggles, I know that the memory is good and I know that the motherboard is good. I'm going to go ahead and just put in a known good video card and see if it'll post then. Okay, this is my known good video card I put in here. Let's go ahead and try this again. Power on. Wait, see if we get a post. Again, I don't see any changes in fan speeds. That's, to me, is almost a dead giveaway. Usually, if it's trying to recognize a new processor, it'll either change speeds or cycle power on and off a couple times. And I haven't seen any signs of that. So I'm still not getting a post. This may be pointing to a processor issue. As you can see, no post. So what would the next steps be? I'll tell you what the next steps are going to be here. I'm actually going to put a known good processor in his motherboard, and we're going to see if we get a post in that regards. If we do, then that would confirm that he's got a bad processor. I have a Ryzen 3 3200G, an old school AM4 processor that I know is good, installed on this board now. I've already reset the CMOS as you guys saw me do. His original video card. I'm going to use one stick of his original memory. Let's see if we get a change on those lights down here at the bottom first of all. Let's power this on and see what happens. Oh, it is changing. It's changing. The fan speeds are changing on the CPU. This is going to post. And there we go. He has a bad processor, bad CPU, which is rare, but not unheard of. So that's it. I think he's better off, lucky that he has a bad processor rather than a bad motherboard, because at the time of this video, again, that ASRock B550M-C is not being sold any longer. If I can replace it with the exact same processor that he had originally, he won't have to worry about reinstalling Windows. He won't have to worry about Windows deactivating. And he can just pick up where he left off. It'd probably cost him less money if we just replace that processor. So that's what I'm going to look up. And see, and then get with him, and we'll get this taken care of for him. Obviously, I'm going to test the rest of his memory, but I think we got down to the problem of what the heck's been going on. So anyways, guys, it pays to troubleshoot. It pays to have parts around that you can troubleshoot with. You can see the process I take in my videos. It's exactly the processes you need to take to confirm any issues with your parts and confirming your parts, leave a comment down below this video, and appreciate you coming along with me. Tim with Tim's Computer Repair. See you soon.